Now taking his position in the reviewing area is the retiring officer for today's ceremony, Lieutenant General Calvert L. Worth, Jr., Commanding General, 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force.
Ready to be decorated. Retire. Center. Halt.
The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Legion of Merit to Colonel Gregory P. Gordon, United States Marine Corps, for service set forth in the following. For exceptional meritorious conduct in the performance of outstanding service as Commanding Officer, 6th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division, 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force, from June 2022 to June 2024. Colonel Gordon's exemplary leadership and innovation transformed the regiment's operational approach, significantly enhancing the operational effectiveness and lethality through strategic integration of emerging technologies and advanced tactics and methodologies. In July 2023, Colonel Gordon led the regiment in a pivotal force-on-force exercise during Marine Air Ground Task Force Warfighting Exercise 5-TAC-23. His strategic vision and tactical acumen were instrumental in reconfiguring the regiment's headquarters into a leaner, more agile command node, effectively reducing electromagnetic and physical signatures while enhancing speed, redundancy, lethality, and survivability. Deploying the headquarters to an austere Arctic Circle region for Exercise Nordic Response 24, he validated the regiment's force generation capabilities. His leadership was further exemplified as he commanded a modernized 811 Marine Infantry Battalion alongside Allied nation units for action, successfully positioning the regiment as 2nd Marine Division's immediate response force. His superior performance of duties culminated his 27 years of honorable and dedicated military service. By his dynamic leadership, keen judgment, and inspiring dedication to duty, Colonel Gordon reflected great credit upon himself and upheld the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. For the President, D. A. Odegon, Lieutenant General, United States Marine Corps, Commanding General, 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force. At the request of Colonel Gordon, Ms. Tara Gordon and their children are now being escorted to the stage. Certificate of Retirement. From the Armed Forces of the United States of America, to all who have received these presents greetings, this is to certify that Colonel Gregory P. Gordon, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Marine Corps on the first day of January 2025. Signed, Eric M. Smith, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Certificate of Appreciation. For service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America, Colonel Gregory P. Gordon, United States Marine Corps. I extend my personal gratitude and the sincere appreciation of grateful nation to you and your patriotic service to our country. Your bravery and dedication in our armed forces helped protect your fellow Americans during a critical moment in our history and contributed to a world of greater security and growing prosperity. Your devotion to duty, honor, and country, in keeping with the long traditions of the finest military in the world, embody the American ideal of selfless service. Our nation owes you an incredible debt. Your commitment to the example you set will inspire future generations to serve with pride and keep our country secure. You represent the best of our nation, and I join our fellow Americans in saluting your honorable service. I wish you happiness and success in your next chapter. Signed, Joseph R. Biden, Jr., Commander-in-Chief. Dear Colonel Gordon, on the occasion of your retirement, I want to thank you for your leadership, service, and commitment to our Corps. Although I'm unable to attend the ceremony, please know that I and thousands of Marines you have affected along the way are with you in spirit. As you transition after more than 27 years as a United States Marine, I hope that you will take a few minutes to reflect on all you've accomplished. You began your career by enlisting in the United States Marine Corps as an infantryman and subsequently commissioned as an infantry officer. You were later praised for your performance as Company Commander, Weapons Company, Task Force 3-4, Regimental Team 2, and support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, where you led a joint and combined company task force comprised of 1,200 service members and Iraqi security forces and total domination of the vital border district of Ramadi, Iraq. In the field grade ranks, you had the privilege of serving as Commanding Officer, 1st Battalion, 6th Marine Regiment, and Headquarters Battalion, 2nd Marine Division, where under your command, the battalion executed aggressive pre-deployment training and a unit life cycle in which your battalion deployed Marines to Syria, Romania, Norway, Spain, and Italy. Furthermore, at Black Sea Rotational Force 18 TAC 1, Marine Rotational Force Europe, your battalion established the Marine Corps' first ever rotational force above the Arctic Circle and has executed 6 theater-level security operation exercises, 23 military-to-military engagements, and 102 live-fire training events in 16 countries. In your current rank as Colonel, serving as Commanding Officer, 6th Marine Regiment, you led your regiment with firmness, fairness, and total effectiveness, entirely in accordance with Marine Corps Doctrinal Pub 1, where trust is essential and commander's intent binds the organizational actions. Moreover, you have commanded your regiment with exceptional standards, balancing a firm level of discipline and lenient approach towards mistakes while holding accountable those responsible for their actions. Your dedication has contributed to your unit's immediate success and set the stage for the Corps and continued success long after your departure. On behalf of the Marines who served with you and those who will serve after you, thank you for your devotion. Your contribution to the Corps' warfighting legacy and its future are immeasurable. As you depart, you go with the gratitude, admiration, and affection of your fellow Marines. I wish you the very best as you begin the next phase of your life. Fair winds and following seas. Sincerely, Eric M. Smith, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps. United States Marine Corps, 2nd Marine Division, Fleet Marine Force, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. The flag of the United States of America. This is to certify the accompanying flag was flown over 2nd Marine Division headquarters on August 8, 2024. This flag is presented to Colonel Gregory Gordon, 6th Marine Regiment, 2nd Marine Division, in recognition of his 27 years of support in the United States Navy and the United States Marine Corps. A command duty officer logbook entry has been made attesting this fact. Signed, D.L. Odom, Major General, United States Marine Corps, Commanding General, 2nd Marine Division. Signed, J. Mendez, Sergeant Major, United States Marine Corps, Sergeant Major, 2nd Marine Division. Dear Mrs. Gordon, congratulations on the occasion of Greg's retirement from active duty. More importantly, thank you for your willingness to also serve. Trish and I fully support the sacrifice associated with a career in the Marine Corps. You, Lauren, Jack, and Ian have endured the moves, the separation, and the long hours associated with Greg's commitment to his fellow Marines and the Corps. I hope you know that you have positively influenced countless others along the way and truly made a difference. As you embark on the next chapter of your life, please know that you will always remain a part of the Marine Corps family. Once again, thank you for all that you have done to take care and support our Marines and their families. I wish you and Greg the very best. Sincerely, Eric M. Smith, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Tara Gordon has earned grateful appreciation for her unselfish, faithful, and devoted service during her husband's Marine Corps career. The hardships she endured and sacrifices she made during his tours of duty have not gone unnoticed. Her unfailing support and understanding helped to make possible her husband's lasting contribution to the United States Marine Corps and 2nd Marine Division. Given this 12th day of August, 2024, signed D.L. Odom, Major General, United States Marine Corps, Commanding General, 2nd Marine Division. To all who shall see these present greetings, this is to certify that Lauren, Jackson, and Ian Gordon have earned the grateful appreciation for their unselfish, faithful, and devoted service during their father's Marine Corps career. The hardships they endured and sacrifices they made during his tours of duty have not gone unnoticed. Their unfailing support and understanding helped to make possible their father's lasting contribution to the United States Marine Corps and this command. Given this 12th day of August, 2024, signed D.L. Odom, Major General, United States Marine Corps, Commanding General, 2nd Marine Division.
Okay, we're going to take a quick pause here because we have a slight inject. In addition to the certificates, one of the Gordon children is on their way to college. And so we have a command photo. Okay? Have fun at college. Yeah. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support, your dedicated service and support for your father has enabled so many hundreds and thousands of Marines to serve and to thrive in the most chaotic circumstances. It doesn't happen without your individual sacrifice, your collective sacrifice as a family. Thank you so much on behalf of the Corps.
The Commanding General, 2nd Marine Expeditionary Force, Lieutenant General Calvert L. Worth, Jr.
Okay, I would normally, at this time, float about and just talk openly, unscripted. What you just heard in the recitation, in the reading of Colonel Gordon's award citation, and then the letter from the Commandant, is a very, very quick summation of 28 years of service. From enlisting in 1995 and serving as an infantry Marine, raising his hand and taking that first oath of enlistment to support and defend the Constitution of the United States, to then accepting a commission. And a commission that says that we, the United States, bestow upon Colonel Gordon a special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of this individual to well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon he is about to enter. The oath of enlistment, the commission, and the oath of office that Greg Gordon undertook back in 1995 and again in 1999. Today we're celebrating a career that absolutely underpins everything that we would expect a Marine officer to do in their time in the service of other Marines and sailors. Greg, you've done it well. But I would be remiss if I didn't go to the podium and just think a little bit deeper and offer to you his family, Tara, Lauren, Jackson, Ian, Heather, thank you for being here today, sister-in-law, representing the broader family that can't all assemble here. But they should know a little bit more about what you've done during your time. So if you'll allow me, I'm going to read a couple of quotes here. And he has served at every level. He has done things that are indicative of him being the individual, in this sense, that can get the job done. Hand-selected, slated, assigned, and given the most challenging duties under the most challenging circumstances. He's received numerous awards, not unlike the one that was just read.
that attempt to encapsulate a little bit of what this officer has done during his time. But awards, that thin piece of ribbon, are just a snapshot. As a captain, company commander in Victor 3-4, one of his men recounts that back in 2006, in the midst of an aircraft mishap where 18 Marines and sailors were seriously injured, Greg Gordon refused medical aid for himself and, as one of the walking wounded, assisted the triage team as they medevac the injured Marines back to Al-Qaim in Iraq. After getting back to the base camp, he was described as being uncooperative. Okay, a lot can be said there. Uncooperative, refusing to provide his Social Security number so that he would not be medevaced himself. And only after receiving a direct order did he provide the Social Security number, managed to get himself evacuated, but then also managed to find his way back to the formation, only to reinvigorate a very tired and weary weapons company under combat circumstances, ensuring that the Marines and sailors had the leader that they deserved in the toughest of times, in the toughest of circumstances. Those types of things don't happen for everybody, but that's Greg Gordon. You've heard in his bio, you've read in his bio that he's been assigned to do other things. He's been a military transition team leader. He's been hand-selected, slated for that special duty to serve in a special place, St. Louis, as a recruiting station commander. Again, no combat action ribbon given for recruiting duty, but there is, kind of, okay? Greg, as an RSCO, his commander said that he was the example of commandership. His ability to inspire and motivate his Marines has been superb, routinely demonstrating endurance in a stress-ridden environment. He was critical to the success of the RS and the district. As a battalion executive officer, he was not only, and this is in Victor 2-6 here in this coast, back in 2014, where beyond IOC, I really got to know and watch Greg Gordon serve and lead. As the XO for the battalion, he was not only designated to be the commander of troops, taking a segment of the battalion to support disaggregated operations, but he was then tasked to lead a task force back into the CENTCOM AOR, establishing a fire base, bringing in capabilities and working with the Army in support of Operation Inherent Resolve. Again, his leadership under the most challenging circumstances was highlighted throughout numerous enemy rocket attacks, numerous attacks on the position on the ground with suicide bombers. Greg's calm, his ability to elevate himself above the fray of the moment. Again, indicative of who this individual is. As the CEO of the 1st Battalion, 6th Marines, 1-6 Hard, he deployed Marines to Syria, back into the CENTCOM AOR, in charge of Task Force 9.7. Actually, he deployed Marines to Syria, but he also, at the same time, had the Black Sea Rotational Force, Marines in Romania. He also had elements of the Incident and the Immediate Response Force in Spain and Italy. And then he took that force and established the Black Sea Rotational Force, actually adapted and became the Marine Rotational Force in Europe, going back into Norway, providing a footprint, and that footprint that he established is the backbone upon which we've ridden for the years since. We've sent battalions back in to Norway ever since. Greg Gordon, he laid the seed corn there. He's just a leader who has been hand-selected, competitively slated, by name selected by General Dunford to be a speechwriter, and then, of course, slated for command. He has threaded the eye of the needle so many times, and in so many ways, it's eye-watering. His service as a regimental commander has been something that's absolutely impressive to watch. His phrase, efficiency enables effectiveness, known by his Marines. He simply put into execution his vision and then moved forward into the fray to the friction points to lead by example. Where there were friction points, Greg Gordon simply made sure that he was part of the solution and never part of the problem. As a commanding general, it was a pleasure to watch Greg as he would, in a very mature way, offer the obvious solution to wicked problems. It's hard to say no to a guy who's thought it through. Hard to say no to a guy who has organized his formation, infused the leadership into that formation to allow them to come up with constructive solutions during force design implementation. He never brought a problem without offering a solution. When you are a commanding general, that's a true pleasure to work with. His peer skills are top notch. Never did I hear Greg argue a point to the point of becoming emotional, though he understood exactly how to be passionate, informed, and contributive to any solutions that we sought to gain. Greg is simply a team player. I would tell you that the descriptive adjectives, if you go back and read all of his reports, some words that stand out: intelligent, competent, compassionate, innovative, professional, capable, unflappable, leader, teacher, scholar. I think he's everything John A. Lejeune envisioned when he talked teacher, scholar. And we envisioned and wrote the framework that we have followed ever since for officership. Greg has done it the right way. You heard a phrase in his award citation that talked about his strategic integration of emerging technologies. At every level and in every assignment, Greg found a way to make the mission. He has researched, he has studied the emerging technologies that we seek to employ in support of new doctrine and operating concepts. And then he goes to work inside of his formations and applies it. The lieutenant colonels that are sitting in the audience today know this to be true. And the 7th Marine Regiment and the leadership out in 29 Palms, where we go and exercise in our premier training venue, force on force, adversary v. adversary. Greg simply took his formation, employed the tools, improved on any operating concepts that we might have, and incorporated the technologies in a way that ensured his formation could fight and win. He has informed not only how his units operated, but how the division, how the MEF, and how the broader Marine Corps will operate in the future. He's done more for our understanding of force design and force design implementation of technologies than anyone standing here in the room today. I would tell you that one of his new commanders described Greg as simply a true MAGTF officer who does everything well. True statement. Greg, I could go on and on and on. Today is a day where you and I have already talked, so I'm just going to put it out there. I'm sorry to see you go, but Tara, I'm absolutely happy for you and Lauren and Jackson and Ian that you get this man back 24/7, 365. You've earned him. He made this very, very tough decision that I know wasn't easy. And there are so many officers and so many Marines and sailors out here in this audience today that understand that this individual could easily be standing where I am 5 years later. Okay? That's what type of officer he is. And I just say it out loud. About as much of a sure thing as you can have in the Marine Corps. He's capable. But for you, he's been a husband, he's been a father, right? He's been a friend to so many in the audience today, and you get him back. You get him back, like I said, 24/7. Now he's going to go to work, and he's a Type A, and he's Greg Gordon, and he has an MBA, and all those things. So you have to try to meter that. But he's going to land on his feet. My personal observations, Greg, are that you are one of the most complete Marine officers I've had a chance to work with in 33 years. Your intellect, your tactical and technical proficiency, your competency, your humility is something to be emulated. Greg is simply the embodiment of our traits and principles. I would tell you that, Greg, as you retire, Some folks have to wonder whether or not they've done it right. I would tell you, going all the way back to your oath and what it is the nation asked you to give on behalf of your country, as it bestowed upon you the trust and confidence, and again, the patriotism, valor, and fidelities and abilities of you as an individual. You've given it all. You leave nothing in the arena. And because this is the Marine Corps, just know that your coaching tree, the Marines that you have touched, the Marines that you have influenced, your peers that have worked with you, general officers who've had the privilege to look at you as a standard of what we would like our Marine officers to be and how we would like them to conduct themselves, just know that your coaching tree will march on. The Marine Corps is going to be okay. Enjoy retirement. You've earned it. You've left it all in the arena. Never doubt that for a minute. It's been my honor, it's been my privilege to work with you. It's been great to have family and friends be able to come into this room and hear a little bit about what you've done. But there are so many different stories that could probably be told to your family about who this man is as an individual. Outside the cloth, he's just a good human being. And that's why people are in this room today to celebrate your retirement. Greg, congratulations. My understanding is that Greg's children would like to come up and say a few words. So stand by. You've got the microphone. All right? So who's first? All right, come on up. Come on up. You don't have to focus. I'm going to step out of the way.
Good afternoon. I'm Lauren. And I'm so grateful to all of you who came out on this extended weekend to celebrate one of my most favorite people, my dad. As you all know, he's not big on emotions, but I can confidently say that you all being here truly does mean the world to him and our family. For as long as I can remember, I've always been referred to as some variation of the Gordon kid, or more specifically, Greg's kid. And the older I've gotten, the more I've come to recognize the sense of pride that is associated with this title. My dad is a demonstration of the seldom found values, humility, selflessness, and fortitude. He's the pillar of our family and one of my very best friends. Even when he wasn't physically present while on numerous deployments or trips, his unwavering presence was still felt through the discipline and courage he instilled in us. He has led by example, continuing to show what it means to serve something greater than oneself. I'm incredibly proud to call you my dad, and I can't wait to see what your next chapter holds. I love you more than you'll ever know, and congratulations on your retirement.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sure what I'm about to say won't be as good as what Lauren just said, but I'll try my best. I'll start off by thank you, everyone, for coming. This is an excellent showing. I'm happy everyone can be here to appreciate my dad and his accomplishments. It really means the world to us and him. If you don't know me, my name is Jackson. I'm Colonel Gordon's first son, and over the years, my father has made incredible achievements, not only in the Marine Corps, but as a father. In the Marine Corps, you have to make sacrifices, especially when it comes to family, and not everyone can make these sacrifices and still walk out being the best of the best. The best father, the best husband, the best leader, and the best friend. Everyone I know has nothing but good things to say about Greg Gordon, and how he has always gone above and beyond in whatever role he's filling. It is this strong, ambitious, and thoughtful personality of his that has changed everyone around him for the better. As a son, I can readily say that not only has he made me who I am today, and that without him, I would have been much worse off, and I would also like to thank everyone here once more for your friendship and support, which has... I'd like to thank you all for your friendship and support, which has, over the years, which has made him happy, made him successful, and has just provided him a pillar which he can stand on. Dad, I really could not be more proud to be your son, and I could not be more grateful to you for everything you've given me, and the achievements and the accomplishments you've given to me. I just want to thank, I can't put into words how much I want to thank you for everything you've given me, and I can't thank my mom for everything she's given me. You're stepping into a new chapter, and I really can't think of anything more that I like to do than step into this with you. So thank you.
To start, I can agree I'm not going to match Lauren's, but my name is Ian. First of all, I would like to thank each and every one of you guys here today in support and celebration of my father's career and retirement. It's amazing and inspiring to hear about the impact he's had in his career and the friends he's made along the way. I want to not only reflect on his career, but also the impact he's had on me as a father. Now, Dad, beyond your military achievements, your impact on our family and community is immeasurable. You've always been there for me and my siblings, guiding us through life's challenges with wisdom and love. Your dedication to your family mirrors your dedication to your country, and both have shaped who we are today. I'm eternally grateful for every moment spent together, every lesson learned, and every sacrifice you've made. I know God will bless you in this new chapter of life, and me, as well as the rest of our family, are here to support and encourage you, like you have for us and our country. I know that this will not be the end of you doing amazing things, and I thank you and the other Marines in this room for their service. Finally, I love you, and I'm forever grateful and proud to say that Colonel Gregory Gordon is my father. Congratulations on your retirement, Dad.
Colonel Gregory P. Gordon.
Man of the hour.
That's fun for that. A lot of people ask me if I was going to get emotional today. And since I've only gotten emotional maybe twice in my life, I don't think it's going to happen today, but after that, no promises. So, first things first, thank everyone for coming. Commanding generals, command sergeant majors, command master chiefs, senior enlisted colonels, commanders, sergeant major, friends, family. Thank everyone for being here. And Lieutenant General Worth, I have to start by thanking you, right? And he stated it subtly up here, but some of you may not know that General Worth, Captain Worth, was my IOC instructor when I was a second lieutenant. So that's where the mentorship and the relationship started. And I guess, sir, just maybe the best thank you that I can give you, sir, is St. Francis said, preach the gospel, use words as necessary. I think St. Francis was talking about this. Your example, your testimony as an officer has been a beacon throughout my entire career and a beacon for many of us. I'm super excited to see you in command and that, and very excited what the Corps holds for you in the future, sir. So thank you very much. As we move around the room here, I got really, maybe nervous is the right word earlier this week of, hey, what am I going to say? And I just thought about it. I thought, how many of these have I been to over the years? And all those people and all the ones that I've been to, do I remember what anybody said at any of them? And I really don't. So I think maybe winning today is you walk away here, you don't remember what I said. But I remember when people talk too long, so all right, I'm not going to do that. I remember when people didn't think they're family, all right, I'm not going to do that. So I think that when you remove those things aside, then really today's just an opportunity to be grateful, and I look forward with clear eyes and a happy heart about where we're moving and what we're doing and
what our family is doing. The Lord has good things in store for us in the future. But that doesn't mean it's not weird to be part of an organization for 29 years and then to just think tomorrow, nobody cares if I shave, nobody, So I just want to be thankful for everyone that was here. And one of the things that is really meaningful to me is as I look around the room, there's someone here from every unit I've ever been in. You go all the way back to Clark Mitchell and I being students together at SOI and being 0311s in the same platoon. And we have pictures from Tijuana to prove it. We're locked away in my gun safe where they belong. Go forward to my first battalion as an officer, 1-7. We've got a number of people here from that time. We've got Bruce Barker here somewhere. We've got Clay Redinger here somewhere. And as you look through that program, you'll see pictures of all of us, and you'll see me and Clay and Reggie McClam as second lieutenants, pure shenanigans in those pictures, as first, second, third platoon commander in Baker 1-7. Moving forward to Fast Company, we've got people here, and then of course 3-4. The general talked about my experiences in 3-4 a little bit, and I'm happy to tell you that some, 15 years later, we have a number of people here from Weapons Company 3-4 today. Many of whom were there on December 11th, and you guys need no tutorial from me on that day, right? All right, St. Louis, we've got people here, 2-6, 1-6, Division, Headquarters Battalion, 6 Marines. All of you are here. I'm not going to try to go around the entire room and thank everybody from every unit, right? Because invariably I'm going to miss somebody. Like I just skipped over MMOA. I see all the MMOA people back here. Don't mind us. No big deal. Was not intentional. But equally not my favorite job. So, I guess maybe I'll just try to leave you 2 things here, and I'm saving you guys for last because I need a minute after that. But for many of you still in uniform, I would just tell you that when you get to this point, and it comes for all of us, you start to ask yourself a lot of existential questions. Questions like, was it all worth it? Questions like, what did it all mean? Those sorts of questions, right? And I don't know what the answers are to those questions. And perhaps even if you could answer those questions, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be that satisfying. But what I do know, and I know it unequivocally, as sure as I stand here today, is that on the bad days like December 11th, 2006 that the CG talked about, that you all remember just as well as I do. What I remember on that day is that this guy right here, when he died, this picture was taken just a couple of days before he was killed. When he died, he was exactly where he wanted to be. He was doing exactly what he wanted to be doing. When he died, he was surrounded by people that loved him. And maybe that should mean something for all of us. And so maybe the existential questions can wait. And it's really just about the people. Because in the Marine Corps, I would tell you that I never suffered. I got exactly what I wanted. I got the deployments I wanted. I got the combat deployments that I wanted. But when you're in the Marine Corps, it's the people that love you that suffer the most, because that's not what they asked for. And so for you guys to have done everything that we've done together as a family, and then to stand up here and say that, I can't put a price tag on it. That means the world to me. And I just need you guys to know One, that picture will go in your dorm room. It's non-negotiable. And if I find out there's a mustache drawn on it, no, I couldn't be more proud of you guys. All three of you guys, just the incredible young humans that you are turning out to be. And I just look forward to what's next for all of you, all right? And there's Tara. Saving the best for last. You know, so 21 years of marriage, 17 moves, 3 kids. 2 of those 3 kids, I wasn't even present when they were born. I was in Iraq for those 2. And yet, through it all, we've put it all together. And we've continued to make it work. And there's not a person in this world that I'd rather do all of that with. And I'm so happy that we're here, where we are right now. And I will just tell you that the best is yet to come. All right? Reception to follow as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, flowers are now being delivered to Miss Tara Gordon and Miss Laura Gordon on behalf of Colonel Gordon as a token of appreciation for their unwavering support to their husband, father, and the Marines he led over his 27 years of service. Jack and Ian will be presented at a later date with quality time fishing with their father. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor those who have served in 1st Marine Division, the division song Waltzing Matilda will now be played. The song originates from Australia, where the division maintained a training base in World War II and prepared for the island campaigns. Over the decades, the division's Marines and sailors have marched off to war to this historic tune. We ask that those who served in the division from World War II to those currently serving in the Blue Diamond today stand to be recognized. We respectfully request all others remain seated and silent to honor those absent who gave the ultimate sacrifice and those to present who have served in 1st Marine Division. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, in order to honor our Marines and sailors, both past and present, that have served in 2nd Marine Division, we ask all active duty and veteran members of the division to stand and be recognized during the playing of 2nd Marine Division song, Follow Me. This song is etched into the hearts of all members of 2nd Marine Division and has its roots in the bloody struggle for Tarawa Atoll in 1943. It is in remembering this battle that the Marines and sailors standing before you today are reminded of both their service and camaraderie who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation's freedom. Upon completion, please remain standing or stand for the playing of Anchors Aweigh and the Marines hymn. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's retirement ceremony. Colonel Gordon, United States Marine Corps, retired, cordially invites friends and family to join him at the Follow Me Bar for drinks and hors d'oeuvres.